Hey guys, what's up? My name is Anthony. Welcome to another edition of BNA Sports Talk. So, I was going to upload another video today, but I don't know, I'm not really feeling that one. I may upload it eventually, but I didn't really like it, so I'm going to record a new one. And I want to talk about some stories in the NFL right now. And so I'm going to upload an episode of BNA Sports Podcast where I talk about the Raiders and what my opinions on Antonio Brown are. And that's the only time I'm going to address it. So you guys are going to know my opinion. Make sure to tune in to BNA Sports Podcast. Coming probably this Sunday. It's going to be a relatively short one. They're usually like an hour and 10, 20 minutes long. This one's probably going to be less than an hour. But I kind of want to get back into the groove with that. But anyway, so let's talk about the Oakland Raiders today. And I think John Gruden is such a smart coach because he knows how to deal with personnel. Now, with the MLB and NBA, you more have to deal with like personnel as far as getting guys in the locker room because the guys upstairs are going to tell you exactly who you need to play, when you need to play them, and different things like that. With the NBA, you can draw up certain plays and things like that, but MLB especially, with bullpen, that all comes from upstairs. The managers, just to get thrown out and just to create a sense of unity in the locker room. And John Gruden is like that, but for the Oakland Raiders, and he's pretty smart. As far as human relations. So with Antonio Brown, he's saying, you know what, we believe in this guy. And yeah, so the thing is, he has no expectations now to win. So it doesn't matter whether they win or he loses. He's not going to lose the locker room, not for another 2 to 3 years. And he wants to build that winning culture. He knows he's not going to win this division with the Chiefs and the Chargers. He's just trying to build something great. He's just trying to accumulate talent. He's trying to do his own thing. He got rid of culture guys like Amari Cooper and Khalil Mack because they couldn't pay them. I mentioned in one of my videos, pretty popular, has almost 11,000 views now. I say that, John Gruden is building something for the future, and it's pretty smart. You have Colton Miller, the guy that they drafted with their 15th overall pick last year, starting left tackle, Trent Brown. He's going to keep Derek Carr upright. And speaking about Derek Carr, he's building his confidence with, bringing Nathan Peterman and Mike Glennon in. Those guys are going to make Derek Carr look really good. They're going to build his confidence, and he's going to look good for the Raiders. And that's basically what he brought them in as like toys and things like that. Now, Nathan Peterman has been beating expectations, but do you really think that John Gruden loves Nathan Peterman? No, he's just trying to take pressure off Derek Carr. You can say that adds pressure to Derek Carr, but no, I think that sends a message to Derek Carr like, listen, you're going to have to fight for this spot. You're going to have to fight for it. I believe in all these guys behind you. And it puts a spotlight more Nathan Peterman. We're talking about Nathan Peterman. We're not talking about Derek Carr. And behind the scenes, Derek Carr is building relationships with this team. They have some wide receivers, and that's good. So that's what I want to talk about the Oakland Raiders. Kind of a quick opinion. I'm not going to ramble on like some other people do. But let's talk about the Arizona Cardinals, because right now in the preseason, we all overreact to certain games. Like I was just reading, I was watching the Giants-Bears game, or I was reading some tweets, and people were like, oh, the Bears have no depth at linebacker. I'm like, really? Come on. This is the first game of the season. Like, come on, what are you doing? It's not even the season yet. There's a second preseason game. What do you mean you have no depth at linebacker? You don't know. And so a lot of people just overreact. I remember the first drive, if you looked at it against the Giants, it's like, oh, Sam Darnold's driving all the way down. Look at this. It's another. Calm down. These guys are just playing together. The offense has the advantage because the defense are playing vanilla things. The defenses aren't that strong. The Giants are in a good position. They say secondary is more important than pass rush. We'll see. But as far as the Arizona Cardinals, I think people are reacting to Kyler Murray. But he's going to... It proves they got some offensive linemen in the draft, but I said it wasn't enough. I said at the draft, I said the Arizona Cardinals had an overrated draft. They didn't address their offensive line that much. Maybe 1 or 2 picks. They didn't do enough to address it, and Kyler Murray is going to get sacked because of it. The Falcons are a huge worry. They've drafted offensive linemen, but people like Quentin Nelson, and I think they drafted somebody else last year, those are rarities. The guys that come in and play well right away. People think they draft an offensive lineman and all of a sudden it's going to be great. No, offensive lineman is a unit. It's not one player. It's a unit. So these guys have to work together. These guys are coming just out of college, playing with different guys in different, formations. So it's definitely a learning process, and I think that Kyler Murray, he's small, and he's going to have to avoid a lot of hits this year. He's going to have to do a lot of things with his arm. He's not going to be able to throw downfield like he'd want to, so he's going to have to rely on Larry Fitzgerald, who's smart. He'll find open spots to be on the field when pressure breaks down, and I think Kyler Murray's going to have to rely on Larry Fitzgerald. Cliff Kingsbury isn't doing much for Kyler Murray right now. I know they probably threw out a lot of vanilla stuff yesterday, and they're probably doing a lot more testing, but once you get that pass rush on the Cardinals, you look down their schedule, and they play teams like the 49ers with a good pass rush this year, the Lions with a good pass rush. They might be in some trouble this year. So the Cardinals are probably going to be a top 3 pick again this year, but next year just draft the best offensive lineman available, trade back maybe with a team like the Vikings, who may want a quarterback because Kirk Cousins is coming to his last year. And about that, a lot of teams are like, oh, this team, if you look all around the NFL, all these teams aren't going to need quarterbacks next year. Wait. You don't know that. You don't know which team is going to have a catastrophic injury or have something like that. I can name 5 teams off the bat right now who you don't think will need a quarterback that might need one. First of all, the Chargers, Phillip Rivers, if he goes down. Second of all, Ben Roethlisberger and the Steelers. I don't know, the 49ers. I don't know, the Vikings. Oh, I don't know, the Packers. Oh, I don't know, the Buccaneers. The Titans, who are having a quarterback battle right now. So there are a bunch of teams that could have one thing go wrong, and all of a sudden they're drafting a quarterback first round. So it's too early to say, like, this team's not going to need a quarterback next year. It's too early. As much as quarterbacks are living long, you never know when the quarterback's going to be available. So that's a little point I wanted to make. Not really a big point. And yeah, as far as Dwayne Haskins, I said his personality wouldn't have fit in New York. Kind of a little bit stubborn. Like, oh, I deserve this, I deserve that. Daniel Jones, even though he was pick number 6, he was pick 6. He hasn't done any pick 6s yet, so he's doing great. Dwayne Haskins is a good downfield passer. He's not good with the intermediate plays. He's good dipping and dunking it. The thing is, with quarterbacks, it's hard when you play in a system right away, like with Kyler Murray and like a bunch of quarterbacks. It's hard when you play in a system right away to be in the league for the long haul, because you're used to being in that single box straight out the line. But if you're in the league and you start picking up on all these things, kind of like what Josh Rosen is now, he knows the air raid, he knows whatever the Cardinals did last year. Now he knows the Bill Belichick system with Miami. Now he has a lot of tools at his arsenal. A guy like Kyler Murray can only play one way. When he would have to take balls in the just balls straight from the center, he's not going to be able to do it. When non-shotgun position comes up, he's not going to be able to do like Tom Brady with the classic 7-step drop back. He's going to have to win one way, and that eliminates your ability to win in certain scenarios. So you have to dominate teams. You have to win a certain way. Like, he's a playmaker, I get it, but eventually it might come to bite you when you can only win a certain way. Teams with guys who can do multiple things are better off. Teams who, like in the first year, have a bunch of scenarios where the quarterback learns and builds and gets sacked, and it might destroy their confidence, but in the long haul, it's probably going to be good, because quarterbacks like Josh Rosen, who've gotten sacked, they're going to learn how to deal through adversity. If you give a quarterback right way, okay, here's the system, this is how we're going to play, they learn how to play the system. They don't know how to play football. And yeah, that's the main thing, just learning how to play a certain system. Like Sam Darnold last year, he had to deal with a defensive coordinator in Todd Bowles. Now this year, something different. Last year, Josh Allen dealt with their certain system. Now with Lamar Jackson, they played a certain system, but now John Harbaugh is like smart. He's like, okay, let's do something else here. Let's change it up. Let's not have the running quarterback. We're gonna highlight your skills, but we're gonna develop you into for a long-term plan. There's 2 different types of teams that are trying to win now, teams that are trying to build for the long-term future. You can tell which teams those are. The teams that are trying to do a quick flash in the pan thing, like maybe even the Bears, and the teams in it for the long haul. And the difference is, the teams in it for the long haul, they have coordinators that don't have a system. They're coaches. They're trying to build up some morale. They're not like, okay, we're going to try to do all these plays to confuse people and things that might expire. No, they're in it for the long haul. But yeah, that's all I want to talk about today. I feel like this video, or whatever I throw up this end to be, it's 8 o'clock right now, so hopefully I get it up by tonight. The Giants game is on. We're winning 7-0 right now. Hopefully they didn't score while I was recording this video, but don't overreact to preseason. I mean, I feel like a bunch of bets are going to be made one way or the other, but right now, I'm probably buying stock in the Steelers right now, and I'm selling on the Falcons. The guy in the Jets just got injured. A couple of small news, but I'll definitely keep you guys updated as far as which stocks I'm buying. It's probably the Steelers right now. I'm selling a little bit of the Colts maybe, but I think I would hold on to it because a lot of people are selling on the Colts. So yeah, just a little bit of insight. And the Bills, I'm probably buying a little bit more of their stock. And the Lions. The Bills and the Lions are my two teams this year. I think they could be pretty special with what they got going on. Yeah, but hope you guys enjoyed this video. And yeah, I'm not going to keep on rambling. And go on with the rest of your day. Enjoy. Good night or good morning, whatever it is. I don't really care. Just kidding, I do. I don't care. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.